Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 40th episode of Hunter x Hunter. Last episode, we finally get to actually get into Kurapika's arc, essentially. And what he's up to is pretty much became a part of a scavenger hunt. They have to all kind of look for certain items like the skull of a one-horned beast, the arm of a mummy, some kind of scales of some creature, and and of course the Kurata eyes were on there as well, but I don't think Kurapika's gonna get one of those. But yeah, that's pretty much what he's doing now. He's with other people that are trying to do this as well. About some of them I recognize from like the ED and stuff. So yeah, let's just get into it and see how this quest goes. So 3, 2, 1, play. Which is probably the best one of the group. I think is what Kurapika was, yeah. Oh, is that Leorio on that one? I think it might be. I really don't remember what Kurapika was. I really should have. But the point is, yeah, there's different types of nin users, and you could do other things besides your specialty if you want to have kind of a penalty reduction to it. Which some people do. Some people are okay with that. You should have like notes where I just type up what everyone is. So, is the Oreo going to be at like a library when we finally get back into him? No, you go away. Not you, Hisoka, the singer that's telling me to leave. Ooh. Don't get eaten, Leorio. One month. So that's our time limit. So you really only need one item, so that's good at least. And yeah, I remember that scene. You don't have to remind me. Really is the interesting hairstyle she has there. Probably not. He's far too busy. Just kind of watching Kurapika there. But I think this is stuff we've all seen before. We've already seen before, I mean. Nen users unite question mark? Why is there a question mark? Is there not actually going to be any uniting? Well, yeah. One more thing. Your test officially begins, so yeah. I forgot about that. Just human shield. Dowsing chain. I didn't have time to read that, but I'm sure it was a cool name. Ooh, what are you? Just okay. Just slap the table. Oh right. Okay. Uh, she has a useful ability. Just blocking those bullets like a boss, Kurapika. Are they even bullets? They bottle caps? Gum? Like, okay, they are bullets. Guess they were just kind of squished. Which makes sense, I suppose. Aw, man, Kurapika, you are showing them how it's done. You're not some wuss that blocks with tables or people. And one behind you. Oh, good job. Somebody's playing Persona 5. I don't even need to use my net on you, jokers. Boom! You gotta see my manly chest. Do I look like somebody that needs to use his nen to take down weaklings? Oof. Oh, wow. Oh, that was cool. Very interesting fighting style she has. Everybody has to take the turn gasping. Oh, that's what Kurapika was doing, watching to see different reactions. Pretty smart there, Kurapika. Well, of course. No, only Kurapika noticed that. I would not have realized that. That I might have realized after a while. Yeah, in other words, not very intelligent. So very basic AI. Yeah, you have to be pretty good. Pretty good manipulator, I think, is the branch of that. Yeah, Kurapika clarifying there. You are so much smarter than me, Kurapika. And so much cooler. You have a nickname. Our senpai. With those ridiculous sideburns, I guess you'd call them. Is that a giveaway of that? I guess so. They're cool though, so. Never underestimate Kurapika. Forgot that character's voice was like that. Another plant. I have faith in you to do that, Kurapika. Ooh, you got your ball and chain. What's that gonna do? it's probably the reveal is probably gonna be that there is no other plant, but we'll see. Might have to inspect her thoroughly to make sure. Well, he had a bit more of a reaction than I expected. Maybe he's the plant. It's moving. Okay. He did seem more nervous than everybody else, so I can believe that. So, what do you have to say for yourself? The ball and chain, it does not lie. It's clearly wiggling at you. Dowsing it. I think that was part of the episode title. I know what dowsing is. I know what that. I know. In current year, you don't need evidence or proof for things. Don't be silly. Yeah, that was the real thing. You could tell he was nervous. That was the biggest giveaway. Yeah, there's a lot of sweat on your face, dude. Right. Very interesting character. Of course, she's probably the one I'm still most interested in of this new bunch. Yeah, anything more to say? Nice. Yeah, can't misgender something like that. Not in current year. Quickly change the subject. Can you do it? Hanzo 2.0. Okay. Is that your net ability? Sounds pretty cool. Okay. Nice. And it blows up. Oh, wow. Fire Punch. Pretty cool. Can you teach Kurapika that? I want to see Kurapika do that. Wow. I think that got their attention. Maybe we should take Haiku away from this guy. There's some serious lie detection now. Yeah, dude, you do not have a good poker face at all. No. Of course not. I trust her. Yeah, he's not gonna lie. He has no reason to. But what about you? Are you a plant? And if so, what kind of tree? A flower? Answer truthfully. You don't want to burn. Okay, there we go. We resolved that. Want to grab her hair so badly, you don't even know. It just sticks up like that. Squalla. A hunter without an official license? Basically an unofficial hunter? Ooh, can you like walk by again? Well, I don't think torch is what she has in mind. Yes, more like that. That's kind of how she gets results. Wow, indeed. Like, well, I also have some secrets to tell. Instant lover. Plenty of manipulators. I think that may be the best ability in the whole show. Well then. They're just wondering what's happening anymore. uh, uh, finally, they're saying something. It's a glorious power. Saint Bernard. Okay. Yeah, just do that now, okay? Good doggies. No Nen manipulation here, right? Good doggies. The irony, yes. Yes, she would be far more picky. Like somebody like Kurapika. Basho, like place. Beza. Melody. Of course. Kurapika is a man of few words. Come on, how could you not answer when she asked with such a sweet voice? Don't be that way. Yeah. Well, yeah, we've successfully escaped the mansion. Of course, Kurapika's a part of it. Well then. Put him away like he's a piece of furniture. Not sure who that is. Maybe I'm supposed to, but it's all about that York new auction. Thank you for the recap, Kurapika. I know she had a red aura, but oh well. I know, I know. What they did is definitely not okay, so I get it. There's those eyes. Those beautiful Kurata eyes. And a bird. Oh, this is yeah, Killua's brother's room. Only he would have such an amazing room. And do you think you have enough monitors there, buddy? And keyboards, good god. Nothing else, his fingers get exercise, so. Is it a Kamige or a Kusage? He said that. Really don't think that's possible, though. But in anime, anything's possible, so. Dang. You can buy like a bunch of new monitors with that kind of money. It's a cool bird. Pretty, pretty, pretty. You don't mess with a man's figures, that's sacred. And now I'm watching One Piece. Oh. Of course you gotta hang out at the most dangerous part of the whole ship. I can't take that name seriously. Yeah, but they both have to get to their respective arcs first, I think. Yeah, we have time. Don't worry, they're not gonna be there like right when we get there. Man, yeah, a lot of time has passed, hasn't it? It's hard to believe, isn't it? It might be. Kilo really needs to get more sun. Yeah, he hasn't forgotten about that. And there's the bird. Come, give us a message. You messenger Hakyu. It's there's something really funny about sending somebody a URL to a website through like a messenger hawk. I don't know why, but I get a kick out of that. I mean, usually you would send somebody a URL through like an email or a Discord message or something, but no, we send our website URLs through messenger hawks. That's the funniest thing to me. uh, It just seems so weird. Wait a minute. The girl in this is the person in the suit back there? You know, our instant lover girl. I couldn't tell before, but yeah, the hairstyle's clearly the same, so that must be her, like, cross-dressing or whatever. Like going for a reverse trap look. The hair is very distinctive. That's the only reason why I got that. No wonder I didn't really remember her from the ED. She looked a little bit different. Melody. A music hunter. That explains the name. That explains the lovely voice. Of course. Well, that was the 40th episode of Hunter x Hunter. And this episode, it was mostly about narrowing down our group, because the Kurapika group aren't entirely legitimate contenders. A couple of them are plants. Dirty, dirty plants. Which Kurapika figured out, pretty quickly. However, you know, I wonder, because this is all just kind of planned for the most part. How long did he think it would take them to figure out about the plans? Like, I'm kind of curious what their idea of that was. Like, how long were they expecting to get away with that? One thing I'm kind of curious about. But anyway, the way Kurapika found out what was up is he went to the chandelier, noticed that they were still like trying to get him with those swords and stuff, And that's a very weird behavior because that's kind of pointless, you know? When someone's clearly too far away, but you're still wiggling your sword at them. The only way that makes sense is if if they have very basic AI, you know, very simple command. Attack whoever's closest to you that's not me, the manipulator, which is basically what they're going off of. So he noticed things like that, noticed that nobody was actually attacking that dude. I don't remember his name. They threw a lot of names at me this episode. I don't remember them all, but or any of them really. But the point is, yeah, he was not being attacked at all, so Kurapika figured out pretty quickly what was up there, put a knife to his throat and said, "Hey, stop it. Stop it." And then he stopped it. And then everyone's like, what's happening here? He's like, oh, well, this guy, he's the Nen user that made those guys. And one other guy's like, yeah, I knew they were made of Nen because I punched them and they felt like they were made of Nen to me, so sounds about right. But being able to control like 11 of them or whatever is pretty impressive. He's a manipulator. So, and so is, of course, our instant lover girl, which is what I'm going to call her until I remember her name. It was harder to remember than Melody's name. I kind of wish her name was Melody, but oh well. So we found out he was a plant pretty quickly, but then he like deliberately dropped a hint that there was one more plant. Not sure why he did that. I mean, I guess the reason would be to have some paranoia within the group, I guess, but I don't know. I wouldn't have played my hand that quickly personally, but that's what he opted to do. And Kurapika, being the smart cookie that he is, just was able to douse his way to figuring out who it was. Very much a lie detector type of method, because the way most lie detectors work is when you lie, you're usually more stressed than when you're telling the truth. Because usually when you lie, you do it because you're trying to avoid a negative consequence upon yourself or someone else, which is something to be worried about, some stress over. So that's how lie detectors work and why they're so flawed, because not everyone worries while they lie. Some people can just sit there calm, cool, and collected as a cucumber and say, yeah, you know, I totally have $10 million in a Swiss bank account. That's a thing. Some people can do that, which is why lie detectors are a very flawed technology. They don't really have good ones, but the concept of them is so great that people put trust in them anyway. But they're not great at all. However, when somebody panics more and more as you close in on them, it makes it more and more obvious that they're probably the person. And yeah, eventually they were able to get a confession out of him. All it took was our haiku guy, who I just gonna call Hanzo 2.0. He had some haikus that he makes, and apparently they come true. And the one he wrote was the guy that lies gets burst into flames, and at that point, everybody felt like telling the truth, unsurprisingly. So that's how he outed himself. And that's how we got down to 4 people. You know, Kurapika, Hanzo 2.0, Instant Lover, and Melody. The only one I actually remember his name is Melody, oddly enough. Well, not oddly, because our Hunter Cyclopedia part, they mentioned Melody's name, but you know, even before that I remembered her name because it was just so... It was a regular name, like it wasn't even a Japanese name. Melody, just, you know, a Melody. And they said she was a music hunter, which I'm not sure exactly what that is, really. I mean, I get the whole gourmet hunter thing a little bit, but music hunter, I don't quite get that at all. How do you hunt for music? I know hunter's kind of a vague term, like a very general thing with a lot of specialties, but I still don't quite get what a music hunter could possibly be. Like, would you get a hunter license to play the piano? I don't quite get that. Maybe we'll get an explanation at some point. Although you think we would have got that in the Hunterpedia section, but I don't think we did. Let me rewatch that real quick. It just says, today we introduce Melody. He's a music hunter, has a cute hearing. Well, I guess the hearing could be part of it, but I mean, that's not really part of the hunter job, so... Okay, she can read your state of mind by your heartbeat. That's a pretty cool ability. But still, don't quite get it what a music hunter is. Yeah, incredible senses, and then kilowatt data's chocolate. So yeah, I didn't really say much about what a music hunter actually is, if that's a common thing. Is it treated like a joke like gourmet hunters are? I don't quite get that, but oh well. That's only the 3rd type of hunter we've heard about, right? There's hunters, gourmet hunters, music hunters. I think there's like, what was it called? Not black market hunter. I don't know. There's some other type, I can't remember. I think it was something like black market hunter. But there are, you know, several different types depending on what you do as a hunter. Because like as a hunter is a very vague job title. It just gives you a lot of, authority and ability to actually do things, and then once you give them that ability, you have a narrow focus that you try to do. So, you know, if somebody says they're a hunter, that doesn't tell you a lot about what they actually do from day to day. But anyway, I kind of lost track of what I was talking about because of that. But yeah, we were able to deal with a lot more problems because of instant lover ability that you use on the one plant to basically undo the whole Nen control over the dog, so they had a much easier escape of the mansion. So that's good. I still think her ability might be the best one in the whole show. Like if I got to choose one, it would probably be that one. It seems very useful for several things. You know, getting information, getting people to lower defenses and traps and stuff like that. Like it's got a lot of utility. Obviously, not very good for punchy action, of course, but I think it's still worth it. She seems to get along just fine, and she can kick pretty well too, like we saw her fighting that bit. Which that was the best part of that little bit, when the Nen warriors popped up, you know, just swinging around their swords. That we got to see a little bit of fighting styles with different people. Hers was basically a lot of hide behind things and then do a little bit of kicking. That was kind of her thing. And I think it was the Melody that like slammed the ground and had the table fly up the block, right? But yeah, we got a little bit there. We don't know how much cooperation we'll actually get between this group. Yeah, Kurapika seemed pretty confident that there wouldn't be much, so didn't want to get too buddy-buddy with any of them. Which is understandable. I get that. But there really was so many dogs in that place. Like, crazy amount. But yeah, she made a comment about she would be pickier if she wanted a man as a pet. I wonder if she has someone in mind there. Or if she will eventually have somebody in mind. I think it could be fun if she, you know, has a thing for Kurapika. I could get behind that. Because Kurapika does look enough like a girl where I could pretend that was Yuri, so I could enjoy that. I could definitely enjoy that. But yeah, Melody seems pretty cool. Like, she seems to be pretty nice and wanting to cooperate, asking Kurapika for his name. Things like that. And she has such a soothing voice that I really can't dislike her, you know? Just, that voice could do ASMR probably. But yeah. Kurapika not as perceptive to that, though. Which is a bit unfortunate. I think Melody could be pretty good friends with Kurapika. And like I said, I would like Instant Lover to be friends with Kurapika. That could be good, too. And Kurapika gave the audience a bit of a reminder of his current position and motivation, stuff like that. Which is important to do in a very long-running show, of course, so I'm not going to criticize that at all. We got just a little bit of Gon and Killua just to kind of remind the audience that they exist, too. They're currently on a boat on their way to York New, where they will meet up with everyone else. So, well, I'm a little bit curious though. After we're done with the Kurapika stuff, will we transition over to the Leorio stuff before we have them all meet together in the city? I would assume so, but it just seems like it'll take a while to get to that point. So, I don't know. But unlike Kurapika, I don't think, which we got a little bit of Kurapika stuff teased before we actually got to this full-on arc. Like we saw Kurapika go to the one place and get rejected for not knowing Nen, and meeting up with a guy that would teach him the Nen stuff. Like, we saw all that in a little bit before we delved full-on into his arc. We did not get that for Leorio, I'm pretty sure, so because of that, I'm not really sure if we'll get any Leorio stuff at all. I don't know if we'll get any specific Leorio stuff before they all meet back up in York New City. I don't know. We might or we might not, but I'm leaning towards not currently, but I hope so. I do want to see what's up with Leorio. I can't understate how funny I think the idea of sending a URL from via a messenger hawk. I don't think I've ever seen that in my entire life in any show, any book, anything. Somebody sending a website URL via a messenger hawk. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's just the funniest thing. Like, I try to think of an example to kind of get across how silly that is. I can't quite think of one. It's like emailing somebody your home address so they can send you a physical letter. It's that level of silliness. I just like. I mean, it makes sense because it doesn't have a handheld, you know, device to email it to, I guess. But it just feels so silly to the point where I've repeated it 10,000 times. I just want to really get across the point of how much I can't stop thinking about that. It was probably the funniest thing in the whole show to me, honestly. I think it actually might be. But yeah, Kurapika was pretty cool this episode, just dodging blows and using his chains and all that. Pretty Pretty great stuff. And I'm definitely wondering, well, I'm definitely looking forward to see exactly what happens with Kurapika's arc, what kind of battles we'll get, what kind of, what we'll really get from our other three people in this group, like what they will do. Will any of them try to kill Kurapika at any point? Will we get one-on-one battles between any of these people? Things like that I'm just kind of wondering about, and I look forward to seeing how that goes in the future. So, thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.